Oi, cheerio, did you guys miss me? Anyway, what's happening, guys? As for Jay, back here again to entertain you all. Trading card game matches in your face, son. But look at my hand, like, what is up with that? I thought you had, like, the Mewtwo's or something like that that you were completely boasting about. Oh, I got 2 Mewtwo's in 2 consecutive packs. Herder, jerk off. So what's up with that? How come you're not using that? Well, I kind of wanted to give Mewtwo, what I'm saying, like a little time in the shadows before I overuse him in the spotlight, because I will be using the crap out of that deck. I have like the Mewtwo Zekrom thing, Electros, everybody's been like using. I'm sorry, Electric actually. So what I'm gonna do, less about that and more about this deck. This deck is more so around the ideology of having Among Us, and all the evolutions in my deck only have one stage. So like in the game, it only evolved like once. Like let's say Ducklet evolves into Swan and that's it. Zora evolves into Zorok and that's it. You know what I'm saying? No third evolutions like Chandelure or Salamis or anything like that. And what happens is every time I evolve a Pokemon, once I have a Mugus on the field, I can confuse and poison the active Pokemon that I have right now. I have the Professor Juniper, which will give me a little bit more options, but I don't necessarily want to switch up because I have both Darmanitan and Among Us in my hands. So I'm like, alright, let me get the heavy ball. I'll thin out my deck from a Regigigas EX, have that set up a little bit because I don't necessarily want to attach any energies onto, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to attach any Prism energies onto the Manitan thing right there. If I get a DCE, which is a double colorless energy for those who don't know, I could attach that right away and start inflicting some hefty ass damage, man. 20 damage, man. I got 80 left over. He looks like he might attach another energy onto the Duramaka there that he has there. Inflict 20 more, and it's like my luck, man. I cannot believe this. 3 tails in a row, that's 3 birds. I'm not even to evolve shit, man. Who does that? If that were me, man, I would have gotten those 3 tails. That was so lucky and uncalled for. Anyway, he's probably talking to me like, hey, boner. I can imagine that's like a nerdgasm comment that he wanted to say, man. Shut up. Anyway, I evolved the Among Us, right? And I should have actually switched out into Regigigas initially. This particular battle, I make a lot of mistakes. I think I'm going to point them all out. Which is that one, for instance, I could have actually used Collector to get 3 Pokemon and then afterwards use Professor Juniper. But I was just upset at the 3 tails, man. I'm like, alright, I got another Duramaka, got some, Patelials or something like that. I think that's how you say it, Patelials. Fuck, I'm horrible. Potatoes. Alright, but anyway, I'm just gonna set up the Regigigas a little bit more. Have the Prism energy accumulate some damage onto it so that the damage output from the attacks that Regigigas can inflict onto the opposing Pokemon's active Pokemon will be that much more once I get it more set up. I have N in my hand. I don't necessarily want to use that because I'll give him Refresh Hand. No sense in using that anyway because I have the Professor Oak in my hand. He's probably talking to me or whatever like that. Shut up. Nobody wants to hear your nerdgasm comments, man. It's just like this battle I had recently, man. I had that Steelix, right? And I had Steelix with Dragon Tail. I missed 3 Dragon Tails in a row. And the guy wants to go, Dragon Tail is inferior compared to Roar. You should have used Roar. Shut your bitch ass up. Anyway, I'm just going to play Catcher, right? Catcher out into the Kalia because the Kalia Darmanitan combo is, oh my god, deadly. Like, once he has Gardevoir out in the field, and he attaches the DC onto the Manitan, this dude can, like, potentially hit me for 200 damage, and that's if I don't take super effective damage from psychic attacks. I have like quite a lot of things that do take super effective damage. I'm kind of thinking about my Mewtwo deck, but you know what I'm saying, I have a Darmanitan. I run Darmanitan myself, so I will be taking 400 damage considering if my opponent flips 4 heads. That's actually what I'm trying to say. I actually lost train of thought for a minute. So I'm just gonna evolve my thing into a Lugian, and now I'm just gonna be able to confuse and poison the opponent's active Pokemon. That Pokemon. So 10 HP out the window. Hoping that he won't necessarily have like a catch or anything like that, or a switch. I could probably keep the status going on Kali. I need that thing. Oh damn! He decided to do the smart thing and just play the retreat clause. But that's actually good because that means more less energies I have to deal with. So he switches out into Regigigas. I can't pronounce shit. And yeah, I'm just gonna attach the other DCE onto I'm actually thinking about attaching a. Why did I do that? I have no idea why I did that. I should have attached a DCE onto Regigigas and then afterwards try to attack or something like that. And plus, since I have the collector, get another Regigigas. I have 2 DCs in my hand. I guess Regigigas should have been my focus here. Muck can only do but so much and keep switching out my Pokemon and things like that. So, yeah, that's actually what I should have done. Plays the bill, which is kind of inferior to the card I'm looking for, which is what is that thing called? Sage's Training. I really need some damn Sage's Trainings, man. Like, in order to get my Mewtwo thing going on as much and as fast as I really want it to go potentially. So I draw a third DC. I'm like, all right, what the heck? I might as well just go for an attack, right? This guy got 3 tails. I know I'm going to be able to, do some hefty damage. I decided to inflict 20 damage more onto me as opposed to, so I could get more damage output. That does 80, and then the Lilligant that I have on the backfield, just in case Regigigas decides to die and be all stupid and smack yourself in confusion, the Lilligant, it'll make the Lilligant's attack be able to finish off the Muck. So that's actually why I decided to do more damage to myself, knowing full well that I was like poison or the other jazz. So I decided to attach a DCE onto Doramaka, anticipating the Domanitan in the future. I have another Evalite in the hand. And I have to take the Evalites out because I heard from one person that it was fixed, and then now I've heard from somebody else that it's not fixed. You know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily want to be a douche unless this guy's gonna be a douche, because a lot of freaking players like run a whole bunch of not DCs, a whole bunch of EX Pokemon. You know what I'm saying, with a whole bunch of Evalites, knowing full well that the knowing full well that the effect and the glitch is thwarted. It's like, it's crazy. Like, why would you try to do that? So I'm just gonna inflict 60 damage onto it, which would be enough in order to kill off the routes. No need to do any unnecessary damage. Luckily for me, I get a Professor Oak, which is great. It's gonna take some more poison damage, which is not necessarily too good. Regigigas out there in the spotlight loses all of his health, and now he's able to get access to 2 prizes, making him in the lead. So look at that. But I have Lilligant, which can finish off the Muck, as I was explaining a little bit earlier on. I'm thinking, should I attach Victini or Regigigas on the field? I could probably have a Regigigas, probably set him up a little bit more since I'm about to kill off this Muck. I don't necessarily have to worry about it switching around my Pokemon and such. So I'm just going to play Professor Oak first before I finish off the Muck. Barring that it has 20 HP left over. I have the Domanitan in my hand. I can evolve Domanitan later on. Oh crap, what is that, man? Prism energy. Doesn't that suffice? I thought it counts for... Wow. Is that a glitch, ladies and gentlemen? Because I have a prism energy, I thought it counts for every kind of energy, so I thought I'll be able to do the attack. Hence why I only attached it onto Lilligant. And that kind of... Wow, that confuses me. Like, tell me, leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, am I in the wrong or... I don't know. Am I in the wrong or am I in the right? Something like that. So anyway, he played Zekrom EX. Big threat, man. Evalite 2. Oh my goodness. What am I going to do against that thing? Muck is still alive. That bothers me, And I do have the Victini in my hand. The purpose of the Victini is so that Lilligant will always get the paralysis and the confusion. So he's just gonna switch on to Regigigas, right? And what a jerk move. Doesn't matter because he's dead thanks to the poison. It's funny that a poison Pokemon in general got poisoned and got hurt by its own poison. So anyway, I draw into a catcher, right? And I do have a junk armor in my hand. I could probably switch it out, but since it doesn't necessarily work, the prism energy I'm talking about, with the Lilligant, I can't necessarily paralyze anything. It's like pointless. But I do have the Domanitan in the back row, so I'm just gonna play the switch out into Domanitan. I believe that's what I do. And then afterwards, since Domanitan is out, I should have actually... Why didn't I go for the full-fledged attack? I guess I was afraid that I wouldn't necessarily get any kind of heads or anything like that. And then... No, that doesn't even make sense anyway because I have Regigigas set up. So, oh, that's what it was. I think I was afraid of the Carlia, boosting up both Darmanitan and Zekrom. If that makes sense. I don't even know really what the hell I was thinking when I played that catcher. I should have probably just finished off the Darmanitan right then and there. But anyway, I play Professor Oak now. I drew into a 2 Among Us, right? So worst case scenario, I could always evolve my Fungus into a Mungus. I have the Level Ball, which also gives me access to Lilligant, so I can confuse and poison 2 more Pokemon, barring that I still have all my guys left over. So I'm just gonna choose to do that, just in case any nonsense happens, because I don't know what it is about me right now. I just have the gut feeling that some major bullshit is about to happen. So I think Carlia is weak against my own type, it doesn't necessarily make sense to do that. So, you know, I could just attack and finish this thing off with like maybe one attack, right? But look what the fuck happens. I get 2 tails, no damage. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Oh my gosh, I was so tired. But anyway, he's just going to evolve his back row Ralts into a Kalia, so I'm looking at 2 potential Gardevoirs in the future. What am I going to do against all that, man? Another Duramaka. So I think he's going to play the Duramaka this turn. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe he has the Junk Arm or something like that. So that's kind of smart. Speaking of Junk Arm, I kind of want to play it. Maybe play the Switch or something like that. Because I don't necessarily want to risk my Darmanitan, I guess, as of yet. But then, you know, I guess I decided to keep it in because I do have the Regigigas worst case scenario, so I can actually get another prize. I don't even know why I didn't switch out. But that kind of blew that he got an extra turn to set up a little bit more with the routes. He's just gonna bring in his Darmanitan now, which was the smarter play that I should have actually done. But then, you know, Lord my luck, did you see that turn earlier? I guess it wouldn't even matter because I got 2 tails. Look at him. This guy gets 2 heads. Just my luck. Not complaining, but you know, it's just I find that pretty funny, man. Pokemon's like the only game that'll make me think that if you roll like 6 die, you can get like 6 tails at any given time. 6 sixes. You know, let me roll 6 dies, and the probability of me getting 6 sixes is crazy. What? Nuts. Anyway, now I'm gonna be able to do the attack that I should have been able to do a little bit earlier on, barring that I have the Prism energy. And look at that, man. Heads, right? It doesn't even matter at this point because I want to power. Wait, timeout. What just happened? Okay, so I had a battle, right? I had a battle against somebody who used Reshiram EX, right? And he had the Flip Teenies, right? And it worked for him. So how come my Flip Teenie automatically just decides to reflip my coin? It doesn't prompt me whether I want to flip the coin or not. That's nuts. What? Is my account bugged or something like that? What is with all these glitches? You know, it's upsetting a little bit because, you know, for TCGO, you kind of have to pay for the codes. You know what I'm saying? Like when you buy packs, you're paying for the packs, or when you, go online and pay for the codes themselves, it's money. So you would figure that since you have to dish out money, it will be a little bit more up to date as opposed to playing on a free server. So a server like this shouldn't necessarily have as many glitches as it has. It's so frustrating that Pokemon.com doesn't necessarily pay too much attention to all this, man. Y'all know damn little kids, man. Mommy, it's not working. No, man. Get this shit on track, son. Brooklyn, New York, man. Anyway, he's just gonna play the Switch, right? I guess trying to save his Darmanitan for later on and buy a little bit of time. His Darumaka can't necessarily do too much. He knows that I can inflict on only 20 damage. Considering that I don't necessarily draw into another energy. I can, probably use the cut. I am weak against fire type attacks, I just remembered actually. So I'm just gonna play Junk Arm, discard Amoonguss because I don't necessarily need another one, and another Flip Teenie because it's pointless, useless at this moment. And I think I'm just gonna get a switch or catcher. Okay, what was I thinking? I don't even know. Anyway, I'm just gonna. Oh, okay. I want to catcher out the Darmanitan so he doesn't necessarily want to build up on it or anything like that. I don't want to give this thing a chance. No chances up in here, son. Man, I'm about to switch out into my Regigigas EX, son. Yeah. I could evolve. My Patillo into a Lilligant, but I don't want to save that for later. I guess I want to save that for the Zekrom EX in the case of worst case scenario. I do have an N. I notice I'm running low on cards, so I could save N for a little bit later on since I have 3 prizes left. Put the cards that I do have in my hands, since I won't be using them, I could use them for another turn to stay in the game. So I take care of his Darmanitan. He sends out Duramaka, I guess, trying to buy some time for his Zekrom EX that he has in the back row. Evolves his Curlia into a damn Gardevoir, and he has Professor Elm to top it off. Dang, son. Oh my gosh, DC looking at me, man. I'm checking out my damage counters. Can I take this threat on? I got the Evalite. I don't even know, son. Anyway, he says that he's having problems evolving his Pokemon. This is when I got that. He's like, dude, it's a glitch. But honestly, I'll be tight too if I couldn't evolve my Pokemon. The glitch is not allowing him to evolve his Darumaka into a Darmanitan, so he can't necessarily do what he wanted to do. So I'm gonna act all stupid. I don't understand. So now I'm just going to demolish that thing since it's still our Duramaka. Evolve my Patillo into a Lilligant, which is kind of stupid because I just did save that. I was going to save that later on for the Zekrom, but then again, I didn't necessarily know what the hell was going on either. I just see a Pokemon card. I don't know if it's a Darmanitan. I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. I'm just gonna go all out, go Raging Hammer on that bullshit, man. I see Duramaka with the Evalite, but you know what I'm saying. I want that thing gone. Sorry, you gotta get out of here, man. Getting that extra damage, man. Sorry, son. 40 damage. Oh, I didn't kill it. Nah. So he tries to evolve it again. It doesn't work again, so he's highly disappointed. He keeps sending it back to his hand. It's not like he's undoing his turn. He has no reason. I'm sorry, undoing his move. He has no reason to undo his move. So he plays another Duramaka. Is just sending it back to his hand. That's so annoying, But then again, that's what you kind of get for laughing at me earlier on. I got like the tails and all that other jazz, man. See, man, karma is a bitch. Yes, that's what happens when you're facing a weapon of mass destruction. You cannot win at all. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish off the Darmaka. I have to do the 20 damage to myself in order to kill that thing off, because that's how I'm able to do 40 damage onto that, because he has the Evalite. It wouldn't let me evolve Darmanitan. It's the glitch when you get up to 2 cards and it can't attack. And I'm still acting like I don't know what's going on. What just happened? Yogi Bear. But anyway, now he sends out another Pokemon. I don't even know what that's a Zekrom. Okay, now I know what that is. That's a Zekrom. So it's there. It's kind of, I guess, advantageous if you're not paying attention, because the Pokemon card that, the glitch card, like if you play a card and you take it back, like the Pokemon card will like stay on the field for some reason. It's like a bug in the program. It covers the Pokemon that he has out currently as his active Pokemon. So I don't know what the hell is out if I wasn't paying attention to it. So I think I'm gonna do Raging Hammer, because I don't necessarily want to take all too much damage. I don't think he has any energies attached onto it. 80 damage, man, to an EX. Oh, I'm looking pretty good, son. Oh, you scared, son. I got like 1 card in my hand. You think you're gonna, sorry, my bad. 1 card in my deck. He thinks he's gonna like probably deck me out. He probably has like a switch in his hand. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to necessarily give out the fact that I have another N in my hand. I'm going to give him the notion that he kind of, won by deck out. So he's going to play the heavy ball. I think he's going to get Regigigas EX. Play that shit, since I can't necessarily one-hit KO Regigigas EX with another Regigigas EX. He's going to play the switch like I kind of predicted a little bit earlier on. Switch it out, and now I'm looking at a Regigigas EX. I can't take it out next turn. I have 1 black card left in my hand, which is another N. So I can actually play N, and then actually when I draw into the secondary N, I can play that N too in order to put all the cards that I have left in my hand in my deck. So that's actually pretty funny. I draw into the end, which is hilarious, So he's like, oh crap, this dude had another. You can't win, son. Doesn't matter, man. Doesn't matter what you send out, son. You try to do the DCE, man. You can't do nothing, son. Just sit there and lose. I'm sorry about the glitch, but then again, it was a hacksy. I don't know. You can call a TCGO game a hacksy game. That's interesting. Anyway, whatever. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and peace. What you doing? What you doing? You sound so sick.